Claypot Curry House restaurant and cooking school. Today I'm going to take you through a culinary journey of our cooking school. The journey now begins. The cooking class is based on this picture of my grandmother's kitchen. It is, as you can see, a very basic kitchen with the bare amount of cooking utensils and equipment. We hardly use any modern technology at all, and it is the basics of cooking that I'd like to teach you in my cooking class. Guests are then invited to taste one of our home brewed teas, usually herbal, and in the winter we have a special drink made with fresh garden leaves, which is really of health benefit, and most guests enjoy sitting by the fireside with their group of friends and enjoy the delicious cups of tea that we serve. These are some of the ingredients that we will be using in the cooking class. This is a clay pot. People get the opportunity to learn how to use a clay pot in their cooking, and the utensils are, as I said before, they are very basic. They are handmade, man-made, no machinery is being utilized, and even this tray is made out of a bark of a tree, just handmade, and no artificial coloring or anything has been used in order to color this. So we try and keep this as, again, as natural and as basic as possible. These ingredients have been purchased, and then some of it is being home dried, and then we keep them in smaller quantities in smaller containers because we want it to retain its best aroma, because that's how you get the taste of our food, not by adding sauces and gravies. It is how we pound and grind these ingredients that gives the taste of our food. And these are some of the onions and the garlic that we have grown in our garden, and we try to produce as much of this type of produce in our garden. This is a traditional coconut scraper. Once a coconut has been broken into equal halves, we scrape the coconut. Some people call it grate, but we call it scrape. We scrape the coconut and until the inside is brown, and we extract the coconut milk, a thick one and a thin one, to be used in our curries. I have got some mustard seeds ready here on the grinding stone, and we are getting ready to make a mustard sauce. So as I said before at the start, we don't have any modern technology, no grinders or anything like that, but this is the way you grind mustard to the texture that you want. So it didn't take you half a day to do it, but you got the texture and the quantity of mustard that you need to make a sauce for the day. So there is no need to bottle it or keep it in the refrigerator. You have it fresh for the meal that you're going to be eating. This is a vangidia. Traditionally, the women separated the rice husks from the rice grain using this movement. They change hands and then they keep on pounding it until the husk has left the rice grain. But today we use it for making our own rice flour, and it is a long process, but however, you can get the quality of food that you want by using your own home ground spices and rices, so that you feel satisfied that you're eating a wholesome meal. This is where all of the preparation is being done. Fresh vegetables from the garden and the coconut that has been scraped, water to be utilized, and the board, of course. As I started the lesson, again we are back to basics. We don't have any elaborate tools, so basic things around me, and this is what we will be using to prepare and cook the curries and the rice for today's lunch. The food prepared in the outside kitchen then is laid out on the tables, and all the guests who participated in the cooking school get to taste their food. This becomes part of their lunch, which they cooked for themselves. We of course serve the entrees and the other items that they did not prepare, and most guests enjoy the time that they spend together cooking and tasting the curries of their choice. At the end of it all, we would like guests to browse into our Claypot Curry corner, where we have our own home-ground curry powders and chutneys, herbal teas for sale. Guests are invited to make their purchases here before they go. Thank you very much for participating in our culinary journey.